Good times at the University of Tennessee. They just defeated, they are number 3 Alabama. Correct me if I'm wrong, all the Alabamans out there. Number 3 Alabama always ends up undefeated, somehow finds themselves in the national championship game every damn year. Well, Tennessee fans are very excited that they potentially derailed a bit of their season. It won't matter. They'll throw them back at the top of the rankings. Outside of that, though, in their celebration for this moment, they tore down goalposts from the field, took them and threw them in the river. That's a good thing to do with goalposts after you win. So now the university has lost a couple of goalposts, maybe just one. And they tweeted this out. We had some fun, didn't we? First of all, I disagree. That didn't look like fun. New link below. Help us out, Ball Nation. And the link from Tennessee Football, official Twitter account, says, y'all remember how we tore the goalposts down, hauled them out of Neyland, and dumped them into the Tennessee River? Yeah, that was awesome. Anywho, turns out that in order to play next week's game, we need goalposts on our field. Could y'all help us out? Hey, I only got into a car accident last week, completely wrecked my car. Don't have any insurance. I might get arrested, but you know what I need? I need you guys to give me $45,000. Maybe I can buy a new one. You know, I'd like to upgrade even. Does that make any sense to you? That's what Vols Nation is asking for. And sadly, as of yesterday, 2,700 plus people helped raise more than $150,000 effing dollars to replace those goalposts that they ripped down and threw into the river. And look how much fun it was. Some people don't thinking rationally think that the university should pay for their goalposts that have been torn down, that they celebrated and apparently did with all us boys. Let's watch that. Someone is pushing back.
Randy, how much is that gonna cost?
It doesn't matter. We do this every year.
The reason they're pushing back is because that was the school's president, Randy Boyd, after being asked, hey, how about those goalposts? It's okay, we're rich. How much would these goalposts cost? Anyway, again, they raised $150,000 and probably more by now. Goalposts cost between $10,000 and $20,000 each. That excludes installation costs, so keep that in mind. The university also faces additional costs to fix the field, however they rip things out. Following Saturday's on-field celebration, additional repairs are needed beyond just the goalposts like turf. That's what the spokesperson told CBS Money Watch. So please, please, please. There's another aspect of this though before we let you in here, and maybe that's where we find these types of 6-figure numbers. The school has been fined $100,000 by the Southeastern Conference for allowing these fans to run on the field, is what CBS reported. It's their second offense. Students also ran into the basketball court in 2006 after a victory over the University of Florida. And a third such penalty would cost the school $250,000 according to SEC rules. So they're repeat offenders. And apparently every time it happens the fine gets higher. So maybe that's what they're raising the money for.
There's just so much going on. One, congrats to the University of Tennessee, a once very mighty and proud football program that, by the way, beating Alabama wouldn't have been a storm the field event at a certain time. Like the T. Martin's Tennessee would not have stormed the field for beating Peyton Manning's Tennessee would not have done it. Peerless Price, all of these Al Wilson, all these great volunteers from the past, they wouldn't have stormed the field for beating Alabama. But it shows that the program has been down for so long that this is a historic event for them. So whatever, let them celebrate. As far as the fundraising goes, honestly, just working in sports and dealing with people who love sports online on literally a daily basis, you realize that it's an irrational act. It's an emotional act, and you can't really step in front of emotion. Like, the people, the fans, the students that defaced school property and cause all these damages and cause all this money. Like the idea that you would ask them to contribute back, like, logically, Tennessee football makes so much money. They could afford to get a new goalpost without some GoFundMe effort, but it's just sports. It's like you make these people feel like they're involved and it's like this great thing. And that's what they do. So I don't get too offended by it. This is the nature of sports. We're asking people to tap into their most base tribal instincts, right? And this is part of that. Like these home. And by the way, on a less lighter note, like that situation that happened in Singapore the other day, where all those people died after that soccer match. I think it was in Singapore. Like this thing can be dangerous to do. Be careful. So I would tell that young brother in the beginning of the video, don't be following the white boys when they defacing property and all of that. Party, enjoy, have fun, celebrate the win. Do not go following them white boys defacing public property and being on camera doing so. Don't do it, because you'll go down for that, young brother.
I was wondering if you're concerned. I was wondering if you're concerned about his safety, since he's the one riding it, versus also potentially being busted.
These guys are committed. Like if they wanted to, they could call this a crime, and God knows they like charging black folks with crime down there in the South. And so, yeah, be careful, young man.
Do you know who called it a crime? LAPD and USC DPS. When I was at the school, I went to USC, guys, and we won some game again. It was a similar situation. The program was down. We usually had all this stuff. We beat someone big. People tried to trickle onto the field. There was batons, there was trips, there was tackles. It was as if it was middle of the game. They were like, you are not getting on the Los Angeles Memorial Coliseum field. People were assaulted. I was right next to one. I was like, that's not gonna happen. They made sure nobody got on that field. It's possible. But there's one other really small part. There's an aspect of this I do want to touch on, you guys. Because let's jump down to graphic 8. Because I do remember this being a thing, if they wanted to. And since the University of Tennessee is in need of new goalposts, and they have all this extra cash that's been given to them, probably even more than that 150K, maybe they can invest in this, because the 49ers back in 2014 or so installed NFL's first collapsible goalposts at Levi's Stadium. Collapsible. A post on 49ers.com details how these flexible posts work. So after the final whistle of a 49er home game, it will take a single member of the Levi Stadium grounds crew 8 seconds to lower the uprights and the crossbar onto the field. And he'll need to lay them flat on the grass. All he'll need is a simple motor, a drill motor. And then raising it back up takes only 30 seconds. So again, this happens more in colleges, they point out. But the thing is you can tear it down, put it to the point, and people will not have much of a reason outside of just walking over it, and they can celebrate on the field themselves. So maybe Tennessee can go ahead and install a couple few of those. And that'll be good for next week's game, as far as the field repairs as well. I wonder if they even have a home game. I'm trying to figure out how far this scam goes. We gotta hurry up, you guys, hurry up. We gotta be right back at home.